Hi, today is Wild Card Wednesday, and I have been asked about my skincare routine a lot and any tips or tricks I have. So, hearing from some of my subscribers asking questions and also hearing them talk about derma rolling or microneedling, I thought I would do a little video about it in case you're thinking of doing it or you already are doing it. So, my first thing is I do this once or twice a week. Just depends. And some weeks I don't do it at all. It just depends on how I'm feeling, how much energy I have, and sometimes how much pain I can take that day. And some days I feel kind of wimpy, so I don't do it. Microneedling is basically rolling a device over your skin that has small little needles on it. Some of them have 1,000 needles, some of them have 10, some of them have 20. And they also come in a variety of lengths, 0.25 millimeters up to 1 millimeter. Yeah. So you can go different lengths. If you haven't done this before, definitely start out with the smallest or shortest one you can find. And on your face, you probably don't ever want to go beyond, I believe it's 0.75 millimeter. Let me double check what this has on it. On your face, you don't want to go above 1 millimeter. However, the most I do is 0.5. Hi, Lincoln. And sometimes you'll bleed a little bit. So the other thing is, if you purchase a set, don't plan on purchasing one you're going to use forever. Because sometimes you want to inspect the needles and make sure they don't get broken or bent, because that can negatively affect your routine. And cleanliness is definitely of the utmost priority, so you're going to want to cleanse these in alcohol. A lot of these come with a little container that you can pour alcohol in and then put the pin or the handle in. So you definitely want to soak this before use and after use, and I even soak it with alcohol in between areas of the face, just because you don't want to get an infection, and you are puncturing, making very tiny, almost invisible micro punctures in the skin. So it's very, very important that you keep it clean and use alcohol in between. And before you then use it, I always rinse it off. So you can see, like, this was my very first set that I got, and I used this probably for about 3 months. And then some of the rollers ended up having a couple bends in some of the needles, so then it was time to purchase a new one. So, but this is a nice set for beginners because it comes in a variety of lengths. I believe this one is the shortest one, and you can use this for small areas on the skin. I believe this one is 0.25, which is a good size to start with. You don't want to start with anything bigger than that and see how much pain occurs. So you can use this like around the eyes. You don't want to get too close, or in between your eyebrows or around your lips. The second size does pretty good over the forehead and cheeks and chin. And this, I believe, is 0.5, which is what I have now. And then this one is kind of a needle stamp, they call it, which you can use for very, very hard to reach areas. Sometimes in between your eyebrows is good for this. I think this has 10 different needles on there, which are 0.75. You don't want to use this anywhere else on your face, really, though. And then the larger wand, this one is 1.5. And this one you'd want to use like on areas of the body. If you have stretch marks or things like that, you can use this. I haven't used this anywhere else except my face. And don't do it on your neck. Never do that, because it's not good. Don't do that. I've read some people that have done that, and your neck skin is much thinner, much more sensitive, much more delicate than the skin on your face. So don't do that, unless maybe a dermatologist does it. So this is a good starting kit for me, but don't. Some of them you can spend like $150 on some of these sets, but just keep in mind you're going to have to be replacing them when things get damaged or old, or if you drop it on the floor, don't use it. Once you drop it on the floor, chuck it, throw it away, and don't share it with anyone else either. So that was my first set, and then I moved on to the one I'm using now, which is this set. I just bought it. I think it was like $15 online, or maybe $10. The brand is Aura, and this one is 0.5, and it's just one roller. So I just found this one to be a little bit easier to use. So, but you can find them derm store. Most places will sell them. So Anyway, so once you do this, you want to go up motions, straight, parallel lines. Then you want to do horizontal lines across the area you're doing. And then kitty corner in each direction. So keep that in mind. So you don't want to overdo the skin. You don't want to go over the same area of skin twice going the same direction because it can overdo it. You want to start out it's like using a retinol. Slow, light, take it easy, until you get used to it and your skin gets used to it. But I can say that microneedling and derma rolling has made a huge difference. Just people I see regularly noticed a huge difference from when I started using it. It works well with hyperpigmentation, fine lines, wrinkles, scars, things like that. Can make a huge difference on that. When I do it, I use it on clean face. I usually apply this, and then I microneedle, and then after I'm done with that specific area, I'll just massage this in. Don't use serums that have fragrance, alcohol, vitamin C, retinol. Go with the lightest possible product you can use because I've read a lot of reports on the FDA where people have done this at home and followed up with a vitamin C product immediately after, and then they ended up with kind of like cysts and bumps and just not good things happening. So after you do this, for the first 12 or 24 hours, you want to go with the least amount of products you can apply on your skin. Just really a moisturizer is it. Don't go with any actives, anything with acid in it. Yeah, the least things you can use, the better until your skin heals. But it definitely has been proven to reignite collagen in your skin. So the micro tears and micro punctures trigger collagen to form in your skin, and that's what helps your skin end up looking healthier and helps with scars and things like that. So it's really good, but if you're not comfortable, go to a dermatologist and do it. If you're not comfortable doing it at home, don't do it because sometimes there is a little bit of blood involved and there is pain involved, and you know what, it can go bad fast, especially if you're using something that's too long and tears too deep into your skin. So just start out very slow. Maybe start doing it once and then wait 2 more weeks until you do it again. But start out with the shortest needle that you can find, which would be probably 0.25, and do that. But if you're not comfortable, definitely go to a dermatologist. They can do it, or an esthetician can do it for you. And maybe have them do it a few times so you can see what it's like and then decide if you're comfortable or not doing it yourself, because it does involve blood and pain and things like that. And you do have to be very careful to sanitize it, because if you don't sanitize it properly, you can probably get infections. I've just read from people having issues with vitamin C serums and things like that. But yeah, things can go south pretty quickly when you're doing anything that involves injuring the skin. And overdoing it is probably worse than not even trying it at all. So you don't want to overdo it is the other trick. So start out with something small like this with a short needle. And start out with a very light serum, and don't do it on dirty skin. Make sure your skin is very clean before you do it, because those micro tears, germs and things and bacteria can get in there. And the other warning I want to say is don't do it on any broken skin. If you have cuts and things like that, don't do it over that area. Wait for that to heal first. And you can just pick out specific areas you want to do it on. I do it on my forehead, I do it on each cheek, I do it on my chin. But if you just have scars in like one specific area, you can just pick that area and do that. And you don't have to do the rest of your face. There's nothing wrong with that. But definitely start out slow. Plan to invest in new rollers frequently. I know they sell ones that are $160 that come with like a red light on them. I would recommend against that because it's going to be more expensive to replace. So just something that's affordable is not wrong. Or is the brand I picked up. I think I got this one on Outlook.com, which was my first set. But I found the attachment things to fall off occasionally, and then it's like, well, then you don't want to use it again. So I just found it to be clumsy and easier to make a mistake with than just something simple like this, where you have a short needle and you don't have any attachments, things like that. And always be sure to immerse it in alcohol before and after use, and I always do it during use as well. So yeah, I thought I would just kind of give you the overlay about microneedling, what it is, what it does, why it works. And I'm interested, if you guys have specific questions about it, let me know. But Derm Store carries these. Outlook once in a while has Aura brand microneedles on sale, so they're worth picking up then. And I just can't urge you guys enough to use a fragrance-free, alcohol-free, very light serum afterwards. Don't use anything with retinol, vitamin C, any AHAs or BHAs. Just pick the lightest thing. I recommend the First Day Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, or else another one I use is the Clinique Supercharged Moisture Surge Concentrate. That's a good serum to use afterwards. But let your skin heal for at least 12 hours afterwards before you apply anything else onto your skin afterwards. So anyway, that's kind of the basics of it. So for Wildcard Wednesday, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a tip that seems to be helping my skin. So definitely helping with hyperpigmentation, which is a huge issue I have. So anyway, so if you have questions, please leave them. I try and get back to you as fast as I can. And if you have any requests for Total Request Tuesday or any other products you'd like me to review, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out the Amazon link below and nobsbeauty.net. And if you want to help the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys.